What's up, Homo sapiens? This is episode 49 of Studio Practice. In this episode, I want to pose a particularly difficult question that has been emerging as if through the fog of my subconscious and was catalyzed by recent events in Charlottesville, Virginia. Over the course of the past 17 years, alongside the increasing polarization and toxicity of global political discourse, our public spaces have become both literally, and maybe more importantly, figuratively, the domain of terror.
Virginia's governor declared a state of emergency in Charlottesville today as white nationalists clashed in the streets with counter-protesters.
One person is dead and 19 injured after a speeding vehicle drove into a group of protesters marching peacefully through downtown Charlottesville.
Your impression that this was deliberate, or did the person say...
100%.
Friday night, fights broke out and police had to be called after alt-right protesters marched through the University of Virginia campus swinging torches.
Our public spaces have become the stage for extreme violence and militancy. Neo-Nazis, white supremacists, radical Islamists, alt-right hooligans, Antifa, anarchists, school shooters, mall and nightclub shooters, all hell-bent on the destabilization of our public spaces and with the goal of radicalizing the populace. All of this begs the extremely problematic and almost unfathomable question: is withdrawal and disengagement from the broader culture the most effective pathway towards a more just, equitable, and empathetic culture? Withdrawal not as a form of defeatism, nor as a retreat to the comforts of the ivory tower, but rather withdrawal as an absolute rejection of violence. Withdrawal specifically to focus on our individual capacity to work within smaller, more ethical, empathetic, and egalitarian communities, and withdrawal as a rejection of our diseased and dysfunctional global ruling class.
If he builds the wall the way he built Trump Towers, he'll be using illegal immigrant labor to do it. The second...
So cute. Such a cute soundbite. But here's the guy that buys a house for $179,000. He sells it to a lobbyist who's probably here for $380,000, and then legislation is passed. You tell me about this guy. This is what we're going to have as president.
Here's the guy that inherited $200 million. If he hadn't inherited $200 million, you know where Donald Trump would be right now? Selling watches in Manhattan.
It would seem in this smoldering uncivil war that heroic gestures and demonstrations amount to little more than virtue signaling writ large. If the goal is to play our part in the creation of egalitarian communities, then working directly and compassionately avoids further polarization and violence.